Hello, Sunshine Seekers. With the help of your trusty panel of analysts, we'll assist you in navigating your real estate needs. Ultimately, we want you to be satisfied with your dream destination that you both so desperately yearn for. And this will be you, Amy and Addie, in the future, swimming ever so peacefully in a more watery part of the world. Our team asked you to pick out 20 destinations on the west coast of California that you deemed appropriate, and we plotted them on a map. Now, one of the conditions you mentioned was that you wanted to have an 8-hour or less car ride from Las Vegas, Nevada, which is your where you currently live. Now, we plotted out these 20 locations, and the circles on the top map represent the length of time it takes to get to that specific location from Las Vegas. The larger circles represent more time, and the smaller circles represent less time. Now, on the bottom map, we filtered out locations that are an 8-hour or more car ride from Las Vegas, and we found out that you have 15 locations to choose from. And now I will hand it off to Clay, whom will expand your goals and provide our recommendation for your prospective location.
Some of this was already mentioned by Matt, like our 8-hour driving distance. But additionally, we wanted to make sure that we focused on your ability to spend 4 weeks of your year at this location, as well as the rental income covering the cost of ownership. Therefore, our recommendation is for you to look at property in Mission Bay, San Diego. Mission Bay has a surf town feel, but not just that, it also boasts the highest rental numbers in all of San Diego. Additionally, it's quite close to many of the attractions that you found to be very important and tasked us with placing your next purchase at. A few of them are previewed here, such as the gas lamp corridor, a bustling downtown scene, and snorkeling, another of your priorities. Now I'm going to take you through a visual that's going to highlight just the number of opportunities and attractions within close proximity to your future rental property. On the first screen, you'll see there are a plethora of opportunities throughout the city. Some of them are a little bit further away than a 20-minute drive. We felt that it was still important to include these because there's so much to offer in the city, such as this Torrey Pines State Park, which is a little bit north, about 30 minutes drive. You'll see, though, that the vast majority of the opportunities that we researched are within a 20-minute drive of your location. The first that I'd like to zoom in on are the snorkeling and swimming opportunities. In purple, you'll see multiple locations where you can both snorkel and swim. In orange, these are public beaches. Keep in mind that in all of these spaces, you can not just snorkel, but access the waters for swimming. The next thing that I want to zoom in on is the nightlife. You mentioned this as being very important. We compiled a list of San Diego's most popular and exciting venues, most of which are bars and restaurants. You'll notice that there's a strong cluster of them in the downtown area. This is also where the gas lamp corridor is located. However, we felt it was important to include some of the top-rated establishments that are right within cycling or walking distance of Mission Bay. Now I'm going to pass things off to Lauren, who's going to talk to you about the rationale behind our or a little bit about the numbers behind our rationale.
Thank you, Clay. Now that we've determined that the local economy is very diverse and strong with the most rentals in the San Diego area, the next question that we want to explore would be, what type of property should you invest in, a house or a condo? Through our analysis, we found that on average, houses in Mission Bay gross $50 more per night than condos and maintain higher occupancy rates. For this reason, we're recommending that you purchase a single-family house. Another item to consider are limitations. 3 possible limitations are the regulation on the number of short-term rentals allowed in the area, the 10.5 transient occupancy tax, which is a tax required on all short-term rentals where residents are staying less than 30 days, and the rental unit business tax, a $125 annual tax charged to all small business owners that supports local police, firefighter forces, street maintenance, and many other city services in the area. Thankfully, we're able to overcome all of these obstacles by investing in the Mission Bay neighborhood. Not only does Mission Bay area offer occupancy rates and nightly income that can offset both the transient occupancy tax and the rental unit business tax, but Mission Bay is allowed to have 30% of total housing units as short-term rentals, whereas in the greater San Diego area is capped at 1%. This offers more leniency in acquiring the certificates and licenses needed for a short-term rental. To further our analysis, we focused in on a singular property to prove this model. We are looking at 2694 Bayside Walk in San Diego, California. This property features 4 beds and 4 baths with a sprawling beachy layout just over 2,600 square feet. The location alone benefits you with direct access to the beach and bay, a 70% occupancy rate, and high average nightly rates based off of comparables in the area. This property is perfect to pull in the amount of operating income needed to offset expenses and even bring in some profit. Here we have a map of the greater San Diego area containing our data set of Airbnb properties. Now, when we focus in on the Mission Bay area and filter by properties charging over $1,600 nightly, this is what we're left with. Zoom in a little bit closer, and you'll notice that within walking distance of the recommended property, we're finding rental properties that range from $1,625 up to $3,000 a night, with some in the more general area making between $8,000 to $10,000 a night. This shows that the area is highly valued and renters are prepared to pay high rates for these luxurious properties. Based on these comparables in the area, and with a conservative average estimated nightly amount of $973 and average occupancy rates of 69%, we're able to cover the cost of renting this Airbnb as well as making a profit of $123,565,000 in net operating income. This also includes blacking out a month for you two to stay and truly enjoy your own investment. Data provided by AirDNA shows a favorable 12% quarterly rental growth, further confirming that rentals in this area are coveted and maintain occupancy year-round. In review of the information presented, Mission Bay is a great place to park and invest your capital. That is all thanks to the diverse and growing local economy, high occupancy rates, and high average nightly income that in turn offsets all costs and provides profit. These factors combined make a short-term rental in the form of a single-family home in Mission Bay a financial strategy that will allow your dollars invested work for you year over year. Our next steps would be to work with the City of San Diego to acquire a short-term rental license, a transient occupancy registration certificate, and a business tax certificate. These are all items that our investment team is prepared to assist you with in the sense of documentation and submission. We would then need to connect you with a realtor to review comparables and then submit an offer on a property. We thank you so much for your time, and we truly look forward to working together with you on this endeavor. Please reach out to us with any questions you may have. Other than that, we'll meet you at the water.